Friend of mine, American doctor, he's been to Sudan, he's been to Afghanistan, he's worked there. He came back from Gaza and said, I've never seen atrocities like I've seen here. What's happened to children? He's an anti-Semite because he saw children with burn wounds like he's never seen.
Journalist and pundit Mehdi Hasan just delivered, frankly, a masterclass, a brutal takedown, an absolute demolition of all of the lies put forward by Israel to justify its slaughter and genocide of the Palestinian people. Check it out.
The International Criminal Court, the International Court of Justice, the UNHCR, UNICEF, Doctors Without Borders, Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, Oxfam, Christian Aid. Yep, you're booing. What does it come to when you're booing Oxfam? What does that tell you about yourselves? You're sitting here booing Oxfam to defend Benjamin Netanyahu. Everyone's a liar. The Hamas Health Ministry is a liar. Everyone's a liar. Okay. Friend of mine, American doctor, goes to Gaza. Many doctors have gone to Gaza. You've seen them on the news. They're all liars, all Hamas apparently. Friend of mine went to Gaza. He's been to Sudan. He doesn't just use it for whataboutism like Douglas. He's been to Sudan. He's been to Afghanistan. He's worked there. He came back from Gaza and said, I've never seen atrocities like I've seen here. What's happened to children? He's an anti-Semite because he saw children with burn wounds like he's never seen. He saw children with gunshot wounds to the head.
So there's not too much really to add to this clip, but what it does reveal is what many millions of us are thinking, which is this: when you dismiss all of these institutions, the United Nations, Doctors Without Borders, UNICEF, Oxfam, all of these charities, all of these expert groups, when you dismiss them all as racist for daring to call out Israel's barbaric actions, you bankrupt the term anti-Semitism of any real meaning. And it's not right that Israel does this, because real anti-Semitism is one of the products of European nationalism last century, and it murdered millions and millions of people, and yet Israel is so quick to just slander any criticism as anti-Semitic. It's utterly ridiculous.
It is amazing that every human rights group in the world, including Israeli human rights groups like B'Tselem, Gisha, Yeshtin, are all documenting this stuff, but you guys think it's all imaginary. So again, it tells you about what Zionism is. This is not about some abstract ideology of, people trying to settle the land and trying to have it. But as Gideon said, there was an argument to be had in the 1940s, 30s, 20s. Zionism today is what the Palestinians are enduring on a daily, nightly basis in Gaza, in the West Bank, in East Jerusalem, in Israel itself. And the erasure of that tells you everything about why we need to be able to talk about what Zionism does to the Palestinians without being smeared as anti-Semites.
Mehdi Hasan, credit to him, but all he's really done is just sum up in totality how so many people in the world are feeling about Israel's actions and the excuses underpinning it. It speaks to the fact that Israel has lost the information war, the propaganda war. Israel is just repeating the same slander and lies in the face of the overwhelming evidence of its actions. And one final point really is that Israel just repeating these lies, slandering and calling anything and everything anti-Semitic speaks to the disconnect between governments, between mainstream media institutions and the people they are supposed to represent and reflect the views of. The tide is turning. Israel has lost the information war. The Palestinians have the overwhelming support now of the world community and much of the international community. Blaming Palestinians for their own murder, blaming everything on Hamas just will not work anymore. This situation is coming to a head. Things will change, but this snippet of this debate between Mehdi Hasan and pro-Zionist Douglas Murray gets to the absolute heart of where we're at in this particular historical moment.